going back to the PDC. The main tour, as we started off the show, is on its way back, replacing the darts at home and the home tour. What do you see as for the future of online darts? Do you see a place in the market for these online events to continue even after we're able to go out and about again?
I think there's definitely a place, and go back to our last show, we were speaking to Ivan Mocic, who's been doing a hell of a lot of work with the World Online Darts Organisation, setting it up, and the event they've got going on at the moment, the Champions League. I think that runs into October, November time, so that's still going to be going for a few months, and I'll probably see them as being the ones that they're going to probably have the biggest impact, if you like, on online darts when we do carry on, because there's a lot of players that are involved in the events. The World Championship that they had, 1,500 players from all around the world, and I think there will be a place for that. There will be a market for that. People will want to get involved and play against different players from around the world. As far as the Modus one, I mean, it's still going on at the moment. It's the only one. The second remote darts finished early last week. The Modus one is still the only one of the big three, if you like, that's still going on. And for players that aren't on the PDC tour, they're probably hoping that it is going to carry on because, okay, the PDC tour's coming back in a few weeks' time, but we've got no real clue at the moment as regards to the BDO, the WDF, all the other circuits, the PDC Challenge Tour. We're not quite sure when those tours are going to come back. So I could probably see the Modus one still going on for a little while. Beyond that, though, the PDC Home Tour, we spoke about it before, and they spoke about it on the broadcast on the final night. Nathan Aspinall, he said, I'm hoping that this is the first and the last one. They don't want to see something like this again. And when you look at the calendar that they have, it's pretty stacked as it is. So if I was to maybe come up with an idea for the PDC, I'm not quite sure whether they would do this or not, but maybe it could be something that they do in the summer after the match play, when you've got that sort of summer break where you've just got the World Series events involving the big boys. But maybe you could do a little league during the week and involve only the new tour card holders. So you're talking a select group of players, get them all involved in a stream, maybe 1 or 2 nights a week, and could be a good way for fans to get to know the new players, new faces, show off their personalities a little bit, and a chance for them to win some games on streams. Of course, they'll be going up against fellow new tour card holders, so a lot of them will be inexperienced in that respect. So maybe that could be something they look at. But I think going forward, probably looking at the World Online Darts as one that's going to be leading the way, I think, if we're talking about this in 6-12 months' time.
Well, I was going to completely say that this is it for the PDC, but I actually like that idea that you just put out there. I think as an introductory thing for new tour card holders, I think that's actually a really good idea to get them some exposure and to also get them some level of match sharpness and comfort playing on camera for when they do get those first actual matches on the stream boards, so they have a little bit of experience, but more for just the publicity and get to know them. I think that's actually a really good idea and something maybe the PDC could look into doing. Why not do it on Thursday night? Have each week during the Premier League, online only, have those 2 new tour card holders go head to head in a streamed match available online for people to watch, and that might be a way to get them some exposure. I like that idea. But beyond that, no, I think this is it for the PDC, assuming we're now in another lockdown. Obviously, if we're in lockdown for another year, which could happen, then yeah, it becomes a possibility. But assuming we're able to go out again, no, I think this is it. But I think we're going to be seeing it for a while for the non-tour card holders. I think it's also something that can be good for non-tour card holders, at least to have some competition to play, not just local competitions, but national and international competitions. It's a easy way for you to get competition against people not in your area. And there are a lot of big names who don't have tour cards, and they can be draws. And even if it's not to make money, it's just to keep that match sharpness against players of your caliber. I think this is something that could continue on into the future. And I think it probably should continue on to the future as long as people are willing to organize it. But for the PDC, other than that for new tour card holders, that idea I really like. I don't see this happening again if it's able to be avoided.